Thank you, Chuck. It is my pleasure to be here this afternoon. Looking back over the history of Rensselaer, we have a rich tradition of contributing to the innovation economy and innovation ecosystem. As we look forward to our 200th anniversary, we are guided by the Rensselaer Plan 2024. That document recognizes the critical nature that the greatness of the university is inextricably linked with the economic vitality of the community. With that in mind, it's really great to be here in Troy to see so many people from around the region gathered, focusing on just that, our economic vitality. And with that, I would like to turn the program over to questions. We will entertain questions for Leslie, Bill, or the other members of our panelists. Anyone in the audience have anything they'd like to ask? Not one question about Startup New York?
What was the radius of the tax-free zone?
What's the question?
There isn't a radius.
What was the radius?
There are three different types of property that can go into the zone. One is excess space or land that it's a part of the campus today or could be part of the campus at some point in the future. There is 200,000 square feet that's not associated with a school that's within a mile, but the Empire State Development has flexibility in making that mile greater than a mile. And then there's also the state-owned properties. And there's a fair amount of legislation flexibility in the word campus, and that's why I say if there's something that's not in their possession today, it can be in their possession tomorrow. And we're trying to use properties that are not currently on the tax rolls, so we're going to bring economic activity where there is none today. Any others while I'm up here?
Hi, really quick. My name is Josh Fredette. A couple of questions that I have to the leadership board up there. I've heard a lot about overcoming challenges in the area and how success stories and how failures have led to success. What are some of the top three challenges you see in the capital region for new businesses, entrepreneurs coming in, and what are your recommendations to overcome those challenges?
Yeah, my feeling is we really don't have enough access to capital for small business. We fight that fight every day to get any type of funding for a viable business. And what happens is the banks are always changing, and their level of risk just doesn't stay the same. So I see that as a major problem.
Any other panelists?
I would just make the comment. I don't know if these mics were still on or not. The other one is talent. We continue to hear it. You know, there might have been a little bit of a time right after when the recession was really we didn't hear it as much. But the whole issue of and many of you in the room is probably it's attracting and retaining top talent. It goes back to the earlier comment, as we really are more in a global economy. We have to bring more international talent here, and we want to be a place that they're going to create roots. If you look at the people who've moved here the last 3 years, if you ask them the number of them who've bought a home, you'd be amazed that it's a very, very low percentage, because they see themselves as coming here for a couple of years. And we need to make sure that they can assimilate and be part of the community, and they're going to be here long term, whether at that company or they're going to start their own venture here.
I might add to the list of the third challenge that we might face is ourselves, our own attitudes towards this region to create a business and sustain that business and drive that business. And, the most recent accolades, and rightfully so, to Walt Borznak over at Polytechnic. You look at that success story coming out of his basement of his father's home, and then recently selling his business for $680 million to an international company. That's the kind of image that I like to think that the capital region is all about. So I think that ourselves are our own stopgap. We got to believe in ourselves. It's a great community, great place to do business.